Welcome guys, I'm Untitled and welcome to my travel channel. Today we're going to explore Oubaas's Trail. It's at Jan Smuts' house, around about 15 minutes from Pretoria. If you're coming to South Africa, you have to watch this place. Now Oubaas's Trail, that we are now at the top, is located in Jan Smuts' house museum, the house of former Boer General Jan Smuts. The house itself was an officer's house in Middelburg. Jan Smuts bought it in 1908 for the sum of £3,000. He had it moved here and set up as his home. He stayed in the house from 1909 until his death in 1950. His wife died in 1954, also here. Both of their ashes are scattered on the hilltops surrounding us. What makes this place really interesting is not just coming out to nature here, sitting here in the quiet and then walking around on the hilltop, but seeing the Jan Smuts house, seeing the history of South Africa, how it came from the early 1900s to the mid 1950s. There's also a small restaurant on the place, and as we'll see, there are 2 artillery pieces, a small armored vehicle and a small tank. So let's take to the road and go and check it out. To get to Jan Smuts' house, you want to be on the R21 highway. From Johannesburg, you're first going to take the R25 highway and head towards Pretoria. That will later become the R21 highway. Continue on until you get to the M3A1 or Nel Mapius off-ramp. Head towards Centurion, passing the Irene Mall. You drive about 3.5 kilometers before turning left into Jan Smuts Avenue. That'll be just before you go underneath a bridge. After turning left into Jan Smuts Avenue, you have an amazing scenic route for 1.9 kilometers where you will find Jan Smuts' house on your left. In the parking area, you will find this car guard that does not age at all. Enjoy some good food in the open air restaurant after exploring the trail and the house. After purchasing the house, General Smuts had the house moved by ox wagon to its current location. The house received royal status in 1947 when it housed the British royal family on the royal tour. In front of the house is a magnolia tree planted in 1911. The seed for the tree came from General Smuts' esteemed pen pal, Emily Hophouse. Born on 24 May 1870 in Bovenplaats, Cape Colony, Jan Christian Smuts was a field marshal, prime minister and philosopher. He led a Boer commando in the Second Boer War for Transvaal. During the First World War, he led the South African Army against Germany, where he captured the German Southwest Africa. He also commanded the British Army in East Africa. From 1917 to 1919, he was a member of the British Imperial War Cabinet and was instrumental in the founding of what later became the Royal Air Force. He became a field marshal in the British Army in 1941. He was the only person to sign both peace treaties that ended the First and the Second World Wars. Smuts was a leading guest at the 1947 wedding of Prince Elizabeth and Philip, Duke of Edinburgh. Smuts was against segregation and apartheid that made him very unpopular in the 1948 general elections in South Africa. He lost against Milan, and apartheid was soon introduced afterwards. On 29 May 1950, a week after his public celebration of his 80th birthday, he passed away on his farm in Irene. Mrs. Kitty Smuts inherited the house, but found the upkeep of the house draining. She sold the house and the 21 hectares of land in July 1960 to Mr. Brothwaite, an ex-serviceman and Pretoria attorney, for the sum of £7,000. In 1969, the house was declared a national monument. Thank you for watching. Please hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel, and also hit the bell notification button so you can be notified of new videos as I release them. Coming up in the next video, we'll be exploring Fort Klapperkop, one of two forts still remaining from the early 1900s that was in response to the Jameson raid. Also, please share this video to your friends. Thank you. For more attractions in and around Pretoria and Johannesburg, see my books Pretoria, 20 must-see attractions, and Johannesburg, 20 must-see attractions. For tips and advice for visiting South Africa, see my book South Africa, 50 Facts You Should Know When Visiting South Africa. Links are in the description below.